Okay, let's just get right into it. Autonomous AI agents aren't just a new tool in the financial markets anymore. They're basically rewriting the entire rulebook from scratch. Seriously, the strategies that built fortunes for decades, they're breaking down as we speak. So in this explainer, we're going to break down what that means for you.
Just let that sink in for a second. This quote really captures the scale of what's happening. For the very first time, the biggest players in finance aren't people on Wall Street. They're algorithms. Algorithms that learn, adapt, and act at speeds we can't even comprehend. And this isn't some far-off sci-fi future. This is the reality of the market today.
So what exactly is an AI investment agent? Well, imagine the absolute best analyst you can think of. Now imagine they never sleep, never get tired, never get emotional, and can process more data in a single second than an entire team of humans could in a year. That's the baseline. The real kicker is that it's constantly, relentlessly improving itself.
So let's take a closer look at how these new rulers of the market actually work and where all this incredible power is coming from. You know, the list of what they can do is just staggering. It's not just that they trade faster. They're synthesizing everything at once. We're talking corporate filings, economic data, social media trends, even satellite imagery. All of it, from all over the globe, 24/7. And this completely changes the physics of the market. I mean, by the time you or I read a news headline, thousands of these AI agents have already read it, analyzed its impact, and placed the trades. That window of opportunity to act on new information, it shrunk from days or hours down to milliseconds. It's just gone. This new reality brings us to a really critical point. The exact same strategies that built fortunes for icons like Warren Buffett are becoming, obsolete. Let's dig into why that traditional human edge is basically going extinct. This comparison says it all, right? For decades, an investor's advantage came from being more diligent, reading more reports, or just acting a little bit faster than the next person. But you can't out-research an AI. You can't outpace it. It has completely absorbed all of those old advantages, making that human edge a thing of the past. But wait, it's not all doom and gloom for us. Our advantage isn't gone. It's just evolving. See, while AI is a genius at processing known data and reacting to short-term signals, we humans are still way better at understanding the bigger picture. We get the long-term shifts, the complex politics, the fuzzy, ambiguous stuff. And most importantly, we can anticipate where all this AI-driven money is probably going to flow next.
So, if our old game is over, but a new one is beginning, that means we need a totally new playbook. We have to shift our entire mindset away from competing directly with AI and start thinking on a whole different strategic level.
And this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If trying to compete on speed and information is a losing battle against these machines, then what's the winning move? What do you do?
And here it is. This is the core principle for investing in this new era. Your job is not to be the fastest player on the field anymore. Your job is to be the strategist up in the stands, figuring out which game everyone is going to be playing tomorrow.
Okay, that sounds good, but what does it actually mean in practice? Let's get really practical here and break down 3 tangible AI-proof strategies for your modern investment toolkit.
All right, first up is what's called the AI Moat Premium. The idea here is simple. You invest in companies that aren't just using AI as a little add-on. We're talking about companies that are weaving AI into the very fabric of their business to create a deep, structural advantage, a moat that their competitors just can't cross.
And these are the kinds of sectors where AI gives you incredible leverage. Think about drug discovery. AI can accelerate research by decades. Or look at autonomous logistics, wiping out huge inefficiencies in the supply chain. These companies are going to have better fundamentals because AI is absolutely central to how they operate.
Now, our second strategy might just be the most durable of them all. It's the classic picks and shovels play. You know, back in the gold rush, the surest way to make a fortune wasn't digging for gold. It was selling the picks and shovels to all the miners. Well, in the AI gold rush, the picks and shovels are compute power. Every single AI agent out there, from every company in the world, needs this physical stuff to run. They all need the chips, the data centers, the fiber optic cables, and the mind-boggling amounts of energy to power it all. It doesn't matter which AI software company wins in the end. This foundational layer always gets paid. It's the bedrock of the entire AI economy.
The third strategy is all about how you actually structure your portfolio for this new world. It's called the AI Agency Barbell, and it's designed to be both defensive against all this AI disruption and, at the same time, offensive to capture its explosive growth.
Just picture a barbell. On one end, you hold what we call AI-resilient assets, things that depend on uniquely human creativity and relationships. Think luxury goods, the creator economy, that sort of thing. Then, on the other end of the barbell, you go all in on hyper-growth sectors that are being supercharged by AI, like generative biotech or robotics. The key insight here is to avoid the mushy middle. The companies that are neither uniquely human nor at the cutting edge of AI. They're the ones most likely to get crushed.
So, what does this all mean for the role of the individual investor in the future? Well, it's heading towards a new kind of partnership, human plus machine.
And the pace of this change is just unreal. Within the next decade, we can probably expect AI to handle most of the day-to-day work of investing. Portfolio management, trade execution, you name it. Eventually, superhuman investing could just become a standard free utility that everyone has access to.
What this really means is that our role gets an upgrade. We stop worrying so much about the how of investing, the daily stock picks and market timing, and we get to focus entirely on the why. We become the strategists who set the overarching goals, define our values, and decide on the risk we're willing to take. Then we let our AI partners go and execute.
And that's really the final thought I want to leave you with. In a future where an AI can perfectly optimize a portfolio for any objective you can dream of, the most important investment decision you'll ever make won't be which stock to buy. It'll be deciding what you want your wealth to accomplish in the first place. What goals will you ask it to achieve?